good evening all. I was just stopping in because I was pondering the grand schemes of life, one of those being that I am probably the greatest writer of all time, and you're going to find out why, because I have here a little story I wrote in high school. It was just some busy work, really. You had to choose from a selection of pre-written paragraphs and then complete it with your own writing. So you're going to understand why I am a phenomenal writer. I deserve a prize. Let us begin. I was certain of only one thing. I had never, in my wildest dreams, known a rapture like this. Was it possible to explode or to ignite from sheer joy? Finally, after years of planning, this is where I come in, and attempts thwarted, I had succeeded in dumping a packet of cherry Kool-Aid mix into the ocean. Yes, I single-handedly turned the ocean red. Cherry Kool-Aid red. Now, it was too late for anyone to stop me. The orphans were too late this time, or so I thought. The sky above darkened, stars no longer shining. Storm clouds covered the red moon. Rain began to drizzle as a strange wind suddenly blew. I could feel it, something coming, something horrible drawing closer from the shadows. Slowly I turned around, fear in my wild eyes, and I saw it. From the darkness came walking one of the little orphans, little Timmy in his little sailor outfit. You'd be a fool to think this angelic-looking 10-year-old boy was sweet and innocent. In his short life, he had already blown up buildings, slaughtered hundreds, and memorized his multiplication table. Yes, this orphan was evil, and he was not alone. He had brought the whole orphanage with him. True, I had slain many orphans in my life, but none like these. He approached, the others behind him. He smiled wickedly as he came closer. "You're too late," I cried. "There's nothing you can do. You failed." I began to laugh. Horrible handwriting. Like a maniac, while he just smiled. "It is no matter. You may have filled the ocean with my worst enemy's drink, but soon no one will have any parents. They will all belong to me. Now all that's left is to get rid of you." He was right. What was I thinking? All the orphans pulled out their guns. What was I to do? Then I remembered that time I went to the lake and my uncle taught me how to fish, and realized that had nothing to do with this situation. They were drawing closer, but before they could do anything, two words were heard echoing throughout the sky. "Oh, yeah." They looked up in fear. It was the Kool-Aid Man. He flew over us in his B-52 jet and began to fire. I ran for cover. Some tried to shoot him down, only to be shot down themselves. Heads exploding, the smell of blood filled the air. Timmy, however, pulled out a rocket launcher. Before the Kool-Aid knew it, he was falling from the sky. He ejected himself and landed in the water. Plane blew up halfway down. I ran from my hiding place and tackled the child. We hit the ground. I began to punch, blood flowing from his nose. He pulled out a knife and stuck it in my leg. I rolled off in pain. He jumped to his feet and delivered kicks to my side. Another little freckled child came from behind with a rope. He put it around my neck and started to strangle me. Kool-Aid Man leapt from the shadows with a katana sword in hand. He swung quickly, and the child fell down into two pieces. The other tried to challenge him, but he dumped them inside him, and they drowned on the drink. He may have killed the orphans, but Timmy was mine. He beat me with chains. I threw ninja stars. He cut me with glass. I shot him in the arm. I thought the battle was over when I tossed him into the cherry ocean. He never came back up. I wiped the blood from my hands and went to the Kool-Aid Man. "It's over," I said. He turned away, but Timmy jumped onto me and stabbed my chest. All I could do was fall to my knees. He laughed. "Looks like I win." I hadn't noticed, but one more orphan with his last dying strength threw a rock at the Kool-Aid Man. His glass slowly cracked. "Oh no," he said before he broke into 1,000 shards. The bodies of fallen orphans flooded from him with all of his Kool-Aid. It couldn't end like this. I reached down and grabbed a piece of paper. Quickly, I slashed Timmy's throat. He grabbed his neck and gurgled. "It was only a paper cut." He fell. I watched as he choked on his own blood before falling back. I stared up at the sky. The rain had stopped. My last thoughts before darkness enveloped me was that no one would forget the carnage of this night, the night I, from the orphans, saved Christmas. Finn. Greatest story you ever heard, right? I thought so. That's all. I just wanted to share this with you. I hope you enjoyed my story of saving Christmas from the orphans.